Alma and welcome to my book journey. Today I have a really fun video with you to share with you today. So back in March, I did a video of a book haul that I did. Now I'll link that below. That I had, I think it was if I remember right, a book haul that I did, and I got a ton of books that other YouTubers had recommended, and so I went out and got them. And so at that point in time in the video, I remember saying, okay, I've up until that point with all the, you know, the thrift stores and the libraries, sales, and then, you know, buying books online, I had a ton. And so I decided to take a break from book buying. And so I didn't, or I hadn't bought anything since that time. I think it was in March. Well, since this weekend was Mother's Day, it's Mother's Day weekend, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna break my streak and go back to my library. They were having their library sale. And it was so cute because when I got there, the ladies were like, oh my goodness, you're here. You know, they hadn't seen me in 2 months. And so they were like, we were worried about you. We thought you were, you know, something happened to you. And I, you know, explained to them the reason why I wasn't coming, but they were really happy to see me, and I was really happy to see them and get you know, catch up. And one of them actually had read The Frozen River. The last time I had gone in there, I had recommended it to them, and she had read it and she loved it. So that's always fun when you recommend a book and then they read it, somebody reads it, and then they enjoy it. So that was fun. But anyway, so I'm here today and I'm just gonna go really quickly because we're getting ready to test a new barbecue grill that we've got. But I wanted to just come on here real quick and just share with you the books that I picked up. And it was exciting to go back in there, and just as a reminder, my library is, it's Friends of the Library, and they have an actual store in my library. It's on the basement floor. And I'll link a video below. I take a video of it at one point in time, and you can tell there's just tons and tons of books. But they have paperbacks are all 50 cents, and their hardcovers are $1. And then they have sometimes they have special books, and then they'll price them. Hey, Rocky, he's making a little guest appearance here. But anyway, so let's see. So that, you know, you can find some really great and I've in the past I've found a lot of great books there. So let's go ahead and get started. So I picked up this book in our children's books because our library is starting to get rid of a lot of the older books and get new books. So they had a ton of children's books, and they have them for, I think, 2 for 25 cents. I don't know if they still, they were having that sale, or they could be just 25 cents. Either way, it's a bargain. Anyway, I picked up the first Harry Potter book. I've never read the Harry Potter series. I've seen all the movies, but I've never read the books. And so I saw that, and I thought it was a really cute edition of it. And so I thought, well, you know, maybe I'll try reading, just to say that I've read a Harry Potter book. Kind of like Twilight, you know, I never read Twilight, but loved the movies. But so this one, I'm gonna see if I can read it maybe sometime this year. And then another children's book I picked up was Out of the Dust by Karen Hess. And this is about the time of the Dust Bowl, like the Oklahoma, when they head out to California. And so this, and then when I thought it was a story, but as I was looking at it, it's a free verse. So that's really good. So this one I'll definitely be able to read sometime this year. And then my daughter can read it when she goes through that point in history. So that'd be a good book for her. And then let's see, is that, oh. So I recently read the book, The Light We Cannot See, drew a blank, The Light We Cannot See, the World War II book. And in the book, the young girl, the main character, she's blind, and she's reading this book in it, and her father got it for her, and it's, you know, a Braille book, and she's reading it. And so I thought, you know, I've always wanted to read that book. You know, I've heard it, people comment on it in other movies and other books and things. So I saw that, and this is 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea by Jules Verne. And so there's another little children's classic that I could, you know, pick up one day to read. And let's see, is that the last children's book? I guess that was just those 3. I thought I had 4. Okay, then I picked up this book, and I tell you what, every time I go into any kind of thrift store or whatever, or library sale, the World War II books jump out at me. And so this one is called A Brilliant Life by Rachel Unreich. And it says it's a mother's inspiring true story of surviving the Holocaust. And so the cover is really, really pretty. And so I looked it up to see, you know, because I had never heard of it, when it was released, and it just came out in last year, 2023. So it's a fairly new book. Let me know if you've read this book. So add that to my, and it's not that, so this is going to be added to my World War II collection. So there's that one. And then another one that I didn't realize it was World War II, but this one's World War II too. Now this one I've seen on BookTube, people talk about it and say it's really good. And I've had my eye on it to like check it out at the library to read it, but it was so, I don't like checking out big books at the library because I don't know it's gonna take me a long time to get through them. So when I saw that, you know, 50 cents, you know, I was so excited to get it. It's called Beneath a Scarlet Sky by Mark Sullivan. And I don't know, for some reason, I thought it was a different time period than World War II, but it is. It's a World War II story that has to do with a young Italian teenager. And so I'm not even gonna read the back. I just wanna read it because, like I said, I've heard it's a really great story. So also let me know if you've read this one. So great copy too. Okay. Now, I recently read Kristen Hanna's book, The Women, and so now I've read 2 books by her, Nightingale and that one, and I love both of them. So now I'm kind of on the lookout for her books. So I picked up 2, Between Sisters by Kristen Hanna, and then this one's another kind of, not a Vietnam one, but it deals with military life. It's called Homefront. So that is, so I'm adding to my Kristen Hanna collection, so I was really excited about those. And then I read, in January, I read my first Agatha Christie book, and then there were none. And I kept hearing, people kept saying in comments, you know, another good book by her is this one. And it's called The Murder of Roger Ackroy. And when I saw that, I got so excited because it's such a pretty cover. Isn't that a pretty cover? Because my Agatha Christie one's like a really older edition, but this one's nice. This one's really nice. So I was really excited to get this. So this will probably be my second Agatha Christie book that I will read. And then in kind of to do with Agatha Christie, I saw this book. It's called The Mystery of Mrs. Christie by Mary Benedict. What a pretty cover. But this apparently is a story about Agatha Christie's missing time period. Like she was missing for a while, and so this is a story about her being missing. Have you read this book? Let me know. It's good. I just thought that was really pretty. So, you know, and $1 can't beat $1 for such a pretty book. Okay, so those were all the books that I found at the, those were all the books I found at the library store. And then I did want to share a couple other things. Let's see if I can reach it. My daughter recently got me for my birthday, Positively Penelope. So I hadn't read the first one, so I picked up the first one, Authentically Izzy, on PangoBooks. So now I have the first 2, and I know the 3rd book is out, but now I have the first one. So I was excited about that. And then, I don't know if you can see it, we've got, my book came in, great, Gabriel Meyer. Finally came in, and it's like, I want to read it so bad, but I have some other books I want to read first this month, but I'll probably start this, not next week, but the week after, I believe. Back. And in one of my video tags, library tag, I talked about how in my library you could order a book if they don't have it in stock, and you have a limit of 5 to do, and so for a limit of 5 a month, and I requested 5 books. So Galore that I just finished reading, that was one that came in, and I read that one. And then a Recorder came in, but then I got it for Christmas, so I returned it, or not Christmas, my birthday, and so I went ahead and returned it. Well, my 3rd book came in, and this one is called Heart of Red, Blood of Blue by Rebecca Belliston, and everybody was raving. Everybody was raving about this book several months ago, and so I requested it. And you know where it came from? I'm in Indiana, and this book came from Mesa, Arizona, through the interlibrary loan. Isn't that wild? I didn't know they came from that far. Isn't that pretty? So I'm probably going to start this book. I might start this book this coming week, because with these kind of loans, you can't recheck them out. You have to just, they give you a short amount of time, then you have to take them back. So I was excited about that. Okay, the last book I'm going to share, make sure I got everything, yep, is, and this is a chunker, Tiffani, Beautiful Minutia, is doing a summer read-along book. And I think it is going through all of summer, like June, July, and August, starting in June and then going through August. And she has a video, and I will link it below. And so they have picked a book, and it's a classic. And you know, if you want to read along with her, she's gonna have like starting on this day, read so many chapters, you know, kind of keep us on track, since it is such a big book. And so this is what the book is. And I found it on Pango for $5, and I was so excited when I saw it for Pango at $5. So it is called The Tale of Jenny, and I think she said it's one of the oldest fictional books in history, in literary history, if I remember her right, if she said that. Yeah, it's from 1650, or maybe even older than that. There's an edition. Let's see. And I couldn't even tell you what the story's about exactly. But my copy is from 76. But you can see it's pretty chunky. But she's got a schedule for us, and I really appreciate that, because I think if I have a schedule, I'll be able to keep up with everybody. And then also she's going to have a place where we can discuss on her, I can't remember what she called it, but I will link her video below with all that information. And if you want to read this with us, you know, join us and read this big chunker of a book. So I'm excited about that. All right, so I'm all done. Like I said, I just wanted to come in here real quick and share my latest book haul. You all have a blessed day, and come back soon. Bye-bye.